After you make the first release of your library, like we did throughout the previous lectures, it's 100% sure that at some point you are going to need to change your code, so the source code of your library, and upload the new code to PyPy. And this could happen for two reasons. First, you might have a bug in your program, so the program is not working as expected, or you just want to improve things, giving users a better experience. And in this lecture, I'm going to show you how you can change your library, and of course upload the changes into PyPy. In our code, we have this next 12-hour simplified method, which returns the date, the temperature, and the sky condition. Now, let's suppose some users are building a web map application or website, and they are showing weather forecast data on that website. Among those data is the sky condition. So sometimes we show clear, sometimes we show broken clouds, rain, etc. Now the users want to show a specific icon, a specific picture for each specific sky condition. So instead of showing clear sky, for example, on their website, they want to show a picture of sun, so on a sun icon. And they can do some manual work, so to find some icons on the web and then connect them to each possible sky condition. Or we can make their job easier by providing them some icons. So please take a look here. Each of these icons is related to a condition of the sky. So clear sky, it has two icons, so this sun for day and this other icon of the sun for night time. And then you have few clouds with these two icons for day and for night, and so on. We have a list of these icons, and the users can actually query this URL to get those icons downloaded for their website, to show them on their website. So for example, 10D corresponds to this type of icon. So if the user constructs that URL, so http openweathermap.org/img/wn/10d, so the icon, add to x.png. So the only part that is changing is 10d. So if you put, for example, 01d there, you'll see another icon, so the icon of the sun. And what we can do now is, if you see the complete data next 12 hours, and you go to weather, you see you have ID, main, clouds, and then we have description. So description, overcast clouds. So description here, overcast clouds, and then we have for another hour description, broken clouds, etc. Now let's stay here. So weather, this is the list, and besides the description you also have this icon, so the key and the value. That means the Open Weather Map API, besides the sky condition, they are also giving us the code for the icon that describes that particular sky condition. So I'm thinking of giving the users this information as well, along with the description of the sky condition, in the next 12-hour simplified method. Which means just here. So here we are giving out the date, here we are giving out the temperature, here we're giving out the description, and what else? Dicty weather 0. So we are somewhere here. We're giving out the value of weather, which is a list. That list has only one item. That item is the dictionary inside the list. So since it is only one item, that item has an index of 0. It's the first item, the first and the only item. And then out of that dictionary we want to access the icon. Just like that. And now let's see what the new next 12-hour simplified method will output. You might want to restart Thorny to get the new definition of weather, so that you will not be executing the old next 12-hour simplified method. And then import from Sunday, import weather. Then instantiate weather. And execute the next 12-hour simplified method. And so now we see that the output has this icon code added. So now the user can construct URLs using this URL sample. And we can provide that in the description here. Sample URL to get sky condition icons. Save the script. And now we are ready to upload the changes to PyPy. And so the process consists of a few steps. The first step was to change the code, and we already did that. So we change our source code by adding this code in here. The next step is to go to the setup.py file. And there you want to change the version of your package. So you should either change the last number, which is the patch, the second number, which is the minor version, or the first number, which is the major version. So it depends. You'd change the patch, so we would make it 1 only if the change you made was because of fixing a bug. So something was not working well, you made the fix, and then you go here and you increase that number by 1. This is not the case. We didn't fix any bug. What we did is we added some functionality. So we either should change this or that. But which one should we change? Well, we should increase the minor version, so the second number, only if the new version is compatible with the old version. So in other words, we should ask the question of, does our change break the code of the user? So if the user was using the older 1.0.0 version in their code, and they are using the 12-hour simplified method somewhere in their code, and so they know that the method was outputting these 1, 2, 3 items, so a tuples with 3 items in the previous version, and now suddenly we change that output by adding 1 more item. That means we could potentially break the code of the user. So they are using our 12-hour simplified method somewhere in their code, and this change could break their code. So this is not a release of a minor version. Even though it looks like a small change, it is actually a big change. Therefore, this is a major release. In major releases, users know that the new release, so the new major release, could not be compatible with the previous release, such as in this case. So in other words, if the user was aware that this tuple had 3 items, and they were doing something like weather 1 next 12-hour simplified, so let's say they were getting the first tuple, and out of that tuple in their code they were getting the last item, they knew that the last item would be overcast clouds in the previous version. So they would expect to get the overcast clouds, but in the new version they get the icon. So that could break the code of the users. That's why I'm releasing this as a major version. Save the file, and the next step, so the first step was to change the code, the next step was to change the setup.py file, the third step is to create the distribution again. So make sure that you are in this directory currently, open a shell. So we did change the Python code, but we still haven't created a new distribution. which is a bunch of files that PyPy needs. So let's create a distribution with python setup.py as dist and execute. And the next step is to use twine to upload the new distribution to PyPy. So twine upload, use skip existing -- skip -- existing dist / all. So asterisk, which stands for all. So upload all the files in the dist folder. Because currently if you go to the dist folder, you'll see that this Sunny Day 2.0.0 was created. So the distribution archive with files inside. And what we're doing here is we are uploading everything inside dist, but we are skipping the existing versions, which is 1.0.0 in this case. So enter to execute. Then you need to provide your PyPy account username and your password. And it looks like my library was uploaded. So if you go now to PyPy, and I'm going to search for my package Sunny Day, you'll see that Sunny Day 2.0.0 is there already. And let's go ahead and use it. So to use the library now, first make sure that you are in a folder with no Sunny Day folder or a file in there. So this folder would be wrong, and this too. So go somewhere else. So go somewhere else, like here, for example. Because otherwise, now that we are importing Sunny Day, we would be testing the local Sunny Day file. So import Sunny Day. This is importing the old library, but we can install with pip install Sunny Day -- upgrade, or you can go to manage packages in Thonny and look for Sunny Day. And you see that the latest stable version now is 2.0.0, but what we have installed is 1.0.0. So if you want, you can go to upgrade. Close. If you were using the command line, then you do pip install Sunny Day upgrade. If you get this error, make sure to add user there, because it means that you are not using an admin user account on your Windows computer or Mac. And so this says that the requirement already satisfied since we already installed it through Thonny. And now let's test it. So I'm going to close Thonny, open it again. From Sunny Day import weather and create a weather object, weather1.next 12-hour simplified will give you this list of tuples, and the icon is there. So it's working fine. And that's how you make a change to a Python library. So the steps were: 1. Change the Python code. 2. Change the version in your setup.py file. Make a new distribution with python setup.py as dist. And lastly, upload the new distribution with twine upload -- skip -- existing dist / *. And that's all.